Hi, I'm Lisa Leiter. In Chicago Business Today, the Political Week in Review. Each week I'll sit down with our political columnist Greg Hines to talk about the race to become Chicago's next mayor. With less than a month to go before Election Day, the campaign is really heating up. This week, Rahm Emanuel stopped by Crain's. He announced a tax proposal, and Gary Chico secured a key endorsement. Those are just a couple of headlines from the past few days. I began by asking Greg about Emanuel's tax proposal.
There's a lot of experts who say that one reason why Illinois has such a terrible budget deficit is that we have a very old-fashioned kind of tax structure where we tax hard goods that you can buy without tax, unlike eBay, but we don't tax the services that where we increasingly spend our money and which can't move. So to the extent that he's bowing to that, it is probably a good idea. It would reduce the rate, which most economists like. He's been running a pretty smart campaign. It's a little bit of a political puzzlement why he would raise the prospect of higher taxes, even though this isn't exactly higher taxes in any context. It opens up to attack that he's not with you, he wants to raise your taxes.
Especially the week after the state passed its tax hike, and this would require a move by the state legislature, right, to change what's taxable? It
would. His reply would be that, hey, campaigns are places to throw out ideas and put stuff on the table and kick things around, and it certainly does reflect his wonky side.
Sure. And he was here this week talking about his wonky side in the Crain's editorial board meeting. What was your main takeaway from that conversation?
My main takeaway is this is a real smart, capable, high-powered kind of guy, but maybe a little too so. And what the people of Chicago effectively have to decide is, well, you may be a little scared of him and he may be a little too strong, but do you want a real tough blankety blank to be in charge of your town?
Okay. Well, Carol Moseley Braun had some harsh words for President Clinton stumping for Emanuel this week. What do you make of that? And she also reportedly shaken up her campaign staff.
I don't think she's really shaken up the campaign staff. Her people say that she's brought in some new people as she's expanding her base. There seems to be a little truth to that. For instance, the 19th Ward in the Southwest Side is known for having all kinds of different factions that look like one faction. Loyal to Jerry Joyce, maybe giving her a little bit of help. What she said on the Clinton thing is, this is again another kind of, does she really realize what she's saying and how does it come across? She effectively said, hey, most people in Chicago are black and Latino, and most of the candidates are black and Latino, and you're supporters of that. How dare you come in town and work for some guy who's not black or Latino? I think that's way over the top.
Okay. Gary Chico picked up an endorsement, though, from the police. Is that a good thing for him?
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of coppers in town. They contribute money. They work precincts. He needs more stuff like this because realistically, right now, a month out from the election, Gary Chico has got to become the #2 candidate. He's got to somehow nose ahead of Braun. I think everybody pretty much concedes that Emanuel in the first round is going to finish first. But if he can't get there by the end of February, his year is over.
Does he need, what voting blocks does he need to get ahead of Braun there?
He needs anything he can get, to be honest. He needs almost all the Hispanic votes. He's got to take away what Miguel del Valle has. He needs some of the guys who frankly like Emanuel, the people who are looking for a tough leader who gets along with business people. But he can use African American votes too. I mean, he needs whatever he can get. He needs the anti-Rahm vote is what he needs.
Sure. All right, Greg, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
And that's this edition of Chicago Business Today. Be sure to check out Greg's blog at chicagobusiness.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.